Hey guys, it's James, aka Deli Meat, one of your favorite Halo streamers. If you guys don't know me, I'll be trying to do a little mini series here about how to become a better Halo player, whether you're a complete novice, new, beginner, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't want to give you a title. That everybody that comes to this video, I hope they come away and learn something about the game, learn how to improve themselves, and just continually get better at this game because I want everybody to enjoy the game that I grew up loving. Although things have changed from Bungie to 343, it's still a very fun game, and I would love to teach you guys a little bit of what I feel is the essentials to becoming a better Halo player. So before we even get started about me moving throughout the map, I kind of want to go through the controller and how this is very important to gameplay. So whenever you're starting play Halo, I want you to look through these button configurations, find one you like. Default is what you start the game on. Right here, it's, a lot of players use it. A lot of other players use different things. Some of my friends, they'll use either Recon, Bumper Jumper, Boxer. Personally, as you saw when I opened up the menu, I go Bumper Jumper. And this is good for people who do not have Xbox Elite controllers or scuff paddles on the back of their controller. I actually use this in conjunction with the Xbox Elite just because I moved, as you see on the right hand side of the controller, the X and the crouch button. I moved that to the back of my controller just so I can have those ready and available, so when I'm in a gunfight I can crouch easily, boost easily without having to take my thumb off the joystick. You can also play around with how you want the joysticks to move around. I don't touch that because I've always kept that the same since every Halo I've played. But this is the big stuff, you guys. In every other Halo game, you usually just pick the look sensitivity and that was it. In this one, you can change your look sensitivity however you like. It can go down to all the way to 0.5 all the way to 10, and you can set that for either vertical or horizontal. They both can be adjusted independently of each other. So you can mess with that and find something that's comfortable with you. I don't want you to pick a sensitivity that's too fast for you because then your shots are going to be completely inaccurate. Unlike other games like Call of Duty, which I played for a good bit when I was in college, where you want to be the fastest to look around and get the shot off first because the time to kill in those games is so much shorter. Whereas in this game, with the pistol, it's going to take 5, perfect shots to kill somebody, 4 to the body and 1 to the head. You kind of want to make sure your shots are accurate, but at the same time, you want to be able to kind of look around pretty quick in case somebody comes up behind you. Where, you can get used to playing at a very slow sensitivity. Don't, feel that you have to have a high sensitivity to succeed. Some players play with even a 0.5, but they just have a higher look acceleration just so they can whip it around. So that's good. Play with that. Find something that works. Find something you're comfortable with. You might mess with it a lot at first, but as soon as you find something you feel like you can get used to, don't change it as much because as soon as you start doing that, your muscle memory isn't going to be very good because your body's so used to, my head's going to turn this way so fast that now that I change it, it's going to be a lot harder. But, the look acceleration, that just means whenever you are moving your thumbstick all the way to the edge of the controller, how fast is it going to spin? So I just had it at 3. If we turned it up to 5, which is the max, it's going to really whip faster. Sorry if I gave anybody a little bit of stomach sickness there, but, mess with these things, look at them. Look inversion, that's self-explanatory, just changes how you look up. Up means down, down means up. Flight inversions for vehicles, not going to cover that. Toggle crouch, this was something that's set as default as on when you start the game, and what that means is if you hit the crouch button, you'll stay crouched until you release it. I don't like that. I kind of like to be able to control when I'm crouching and let go when I don't want to crouch. I kind of like the old school Halo style where if I touch it, I want to go down. If I don't touch it, I would like it not to keep me there. And then when we look next is clinch protection, prevents against accidental clicks which are held for a long period of time. If crouch is assigned to a thumbstick, toggle crouch overrides clinch protection. I don't have this on. I don't feel like it's necessary to have on. Disable assassinations. This is a big one. If you want to actually be very competitive, I would say make sure they're, you disable them because you have them on, that's time that you're not killing the guy that you're vulnerable to be killed by their teammates, or if you're playing free-for-all by other players. So I always turn that is off. Don't let it happen, because you don't want to be killed when you have a very opportune point to take either a multi-kill or just sneak up on somebody. I like maintain sprint off during the thruster pack because this will help you do the slide boost that I'll show you guys in a couple minutes. Auto stabilize, that just means when you jump in the air, as soon as you zoom in, it'll freeze you in air. I have it so I set it, so if you saw there, for me I have to hit the A button. It changes for each control setting that you play under. I kind of just like having the ability to say when I want to freeze myself in the air and when I don't. It's just another way you can customize how you play. Hold the clamber, that just means when you jump up on something in Halo 5, you can climb up on it by tapping the button again, or if you like to have it held, you can hold it and it'll pull you up. I like to double tap, just so I know I can hit it the right exact time. Vibration, I like that off because I don't like my hands to shake when you're shooting in a gun battle, but somebody might argue that and say, well, how do you know if you're getting shot from behind? Well, if you're playing the game and actually watching the screen, you'll see red on the screen from the angle you're getting shot from. So if you got shot on the right-hand side, there would be red showing up on the right, left on the left, towards the bottom if it's behind you, at the top if they're in front of you or above you. Now the dead zones, that just means when the controller starts to become active. If you have a joysticks that, tend to drift away from the center point, you might not want to have 0. Outer dead zone is just the point where you have to be to reach maximum look speed. I like it to have it all the way at the end of the controller because I don't want to have acceleration anywhere in the middle of my controller. So that kind of breaks down all the things for your controller, looking around.
5 minutes.
Now, when you're moving around the map, always make sure you're looking in a straight fashion, as if you were walking in real life. Because if you're walking in real life, would you walk like this? No, because everybody would probably make fun of you and push you over. That's just how they do things, especially if you're in a big city. And would you do it like this? Even though most of us text and do this, it's not very good if you have a gun in your hand and somebody's shooting at you to be looking at the ground. Always try and keep your head forward and looking around the map for other players that you can potentially get shots in. And you'll notice every gun has a different zoom in. The AR, I would not recommend shooting long distance. Try using your pistol. It's actually the cornerstone of this game. It's 5 shots to kill, 4 being in the body, like I said earlier, 1 in the head. I believe it's 6 to the body if you're just shooting body, if you just can't get the headshot and you're just trying to land some quick shots. Always remember, move within groups if you're playing team gameplay, because that's important, because in this game, team shots will take you down so much faster than one person trying to land 5 perfect shots. Also, when you're playing this game, try and be more on the not rush in and kill Call of Duty mindset, because in this game, you kind of want to be the person that's, effectively moving in the map and not just jumping into a battle because you see it happening or run right in the middle of it. Because when you do that, you're leaving yourself available for other teammates or enemies to shoot at you. In an FFA, it can also be really bad if you just decide to sprint and just jump into any gun battle that you see, because you're going to probably get lit up and you're going to die and you're going to get pissed off and you're going to say, why am I always dying? So always try and take it slow. You don't always have to be sprinting around the map to be effective. You can kind of move around, sprint when you need to, look around, sprint, slide if you want to kind of be a little bit tricky with people. And remember, when you get in a gun battle, try and go left and right, try and mix it up, back, right, left, boost, forward, backwards, left and right, kind of keep people on their toes. The other thing was, when you're doing these battles, because this game, people can have sensitivities that can move back and forth to get you with your shots, and your most important point is if they get you with no shields, which that health bar at the top tells you, I have full shields right now. If I were to take them off, see how I'm blinking red up there? When that blinks red up there, that means 1 shot to the head and you're done. And you saw how my shields came back. Now if I did that again, knock my shields out, but I started running, see how it just filled back up and it's not recharging? You have to come to just a walk or not move to get your shields to come back. It doesn't matter if you're walking or standing still, it'll come back at the same speed. But just remember, if you're in a gun battle and you're trying to get out of it, sometimes you have to sprint to get out of it, But as soon as you get out of it, you kind of want to get those shields back as fast as you can. Because if you don't, you're vulnerable for that one headshot. So when you have your shields down like that, try and do a little duck play, because they're going to try and aim up at your head. So if you go down, now they're going to have to try and recorrect and bring it down on you. Same with jumping. If you jump in the middle of a gun battle, it'll help you. And especially if you can jump and then boost, that's going to throw them off. So just focus when you're starting to play. Find some partner that's about the same skill level, or you can even come to my channel and I'll try to take some time and try and teach you how to practice the basics and just become a better player. So this will be part 1. I'm going to try and mix it into some actual gameplay coming up, but I kind of just want everybody to kind of get their feelers. Try and tell me anything you guys want to learn. Put some comments down below and let me know what you guys want to hear, what you want to see, and we'll try and make it happen. But I appreciate all you guys for coming by, checking out the video. Be sure to follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, or follow the Twitch. And I will try and do as much of this as I can. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, alright? Thank you. Guys, click the links provided in the top left and right, and I would love to have you in my channel.